Welcome back. We're going to start with radar because we got a couple of light returns popping up, mainly across the Felicianas and southern parts of Amite County. Just a couple of spotty showers, just a little bit of light rain activity racing off to the east. Nothing to get overexcited about, let alone accumulation. But this push through Norwood and continues to kind of hover or trail along the Mississippi and Louisiana line. We're going to see another chance of showers later tonight, about 30 to 40% chance, but that's going to be done by daybreak. With this frontal system and due to the dry air, notice western Louisiana, the Atchafalaya Basin on westward, fire weather watch for tomorrow due to wind gusts possibly 30 miles an hour, but the low humidity is going to make way for fire danger conditions. Not necessarily looking at that here at the moment across the Baton Rouge area. That could change, but I want to show you the estimated wind gusts. Not very much overnight, but behind the front as early as 6 o'clock we could be starting to feel gusts anywhere from 20 to maybe 25 miles per hour, with starting out the day right near 60 degrees. So it's going to be a cool start with showers ending. However, just keep in mind it's not going to get all that warm tomorrow. Temperatures at best are going to rise into the mid upper 60s, maybe a couple of low 70s for our coastal parishes, but it's going to be an unseasonably cool and somewhat uncomfortable day. But at least we're going to have the sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful day sky-wise, but the temperatures continue to fall. We go from 69 to Sunday down to 53 for a high on Monday. We're back up into the low 60s for Tuesday, but you'll notice Monday and Veterans Day, those are going to be the real cold ones. And that's why I want to give you the first alert, because the freeze warning is possible for parts of the area. We already have freeze warnings for northern Louisiana, and you kind of see why we're looking at the potential for freeze conditions for mainly Tuesday morning, because that's where we could dip down into the low 30s, if not some upper 20s along and north of the I-10-12 corridor. But notice we're still in the 30s as well for Monday. After we get past Veterans Day, temperatures start to rebound and we start to eventually look forward to warmer weather again. Now, as far as Tuesday morning's freeze potential, you'll notice that anyone along and north of the interstate in our viewing area likely to see a light freeze. That's temperatures at least 32 degrees or lower for a few hours. Hard freeze, though, more likely for, let's say, Jackson, Mississippi down to Meridian and Hattiesburg, and south of the I-10-12 corridor, you have a chance of getting some frost with mainly mid 30s expected for you. So despite the chilly conditions for tomorrow, it's still going to be a nice day, a sunny day at least, but we're going to need the coats and jackets, especially for Monday and Tuesday, especially Tuesday morning. Look at that. We do have those low 30s going with 31 for the Baton Rouge area, but the good news is that this is a typical cold snap. That means that the cold weather isn't going to stick around that long. It's only going to be 3 days worth. So once we get Wednesday and beyond, we start to see more 70s as temperatures warm up, maybe even into the 80s by next weekend. So eventually getting closer to normal. Morning lows will be back into the 50s by then. So just hold out, make it through Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then I think things will be better after Veterans Day.